Welcome to another excerpt on the book, of course, The Overthinking Cure by Nick Renton. Last time, I read about Nip If Only, Nip If Only in the Bud, and no more blaming or complaining. Now, I'm going to be talking about, I guess, 2 or 3 chapters, depending on my mood. Alright, so first, let's begin. No more reacting, only responding. Actively notice what causes you to feel anxious or out of control. Pause and write these down somewhere. For example, I might lose my job at the end of the year. Once you've put your fears down on paper, look at them and acknowledge them. Acknowledge how you feel about them. But then, take action. Underneath that, write down as many options and opportunities you can identify. If you find yourself focusing on something else that worries or frightens you, write it on a separate page and repeat the process, finding potential options for this worry too. You'll find that deliberately training your mind toward choices and potential solutions actually calms you down, empowers you, and maybe even gets you excited for new ventures. No more daydreaming, no more excuses. Tell yourself that daydreaming is simply not as exciting or as interesting as actually getting on with building the life you want. Again, begin with awareness and notice the language you use and how you speak about your life. Notice if you often say the following kinds of things to yourself. Ah, I love to be a masseuse, but I just don't have any training or anything. Wow, I love to live in a house like that. What the fuck's wrong with me? Wow, I love to live in a house like that. One day, if only. I wish I hadn't given up horse riding when I was a child. You'll recognize these statements because they are so passive and reactive. If you find yourself saying these things, stop, slow down, and take a closer look. How can you transform these excuses, daydreams, and regrets into beneficial action right now? Maybe you could investigate just exactly what it would take to learn to be a masseuse. Or you could look in earnest into how to make your dream home a reality. Maybe you could book to have an outright that what? Maybe you could book to have an outright that very weekend. Often we speak like this not because we genuinely are out of options, but just because we've convinced ourselves that that's the case. How many anxieties, regrets, fears, and resentments would disappear overnight if people took them out into the light, blew the dust off them, and took concrete action to bring about what they desired. Alright, so the first one, no more reacting, only responding. Uh, he made a distinction between reacting and responding. When you react, it's more emotional. It's more like, hey, what the fuck? You bumped me. You did this to me. This happened to me. You fucked me up or something like that. That was reacting. However, responding would be, oh shit, this happened. What should I do? Oh, this guy is an asshole. How should I respond? Or how should I treat this situation? Oh, I lost my leg. I'm not gonna cry about it. I don't know about that last one, but it is really important to be aware, even in those little moments, in those quick responses or reactions that we have. If we start to become aware of them, we start to actually solve our problems. He also said to write your fears down on paper, and I actually did this. I think that was last year. Then I forgot about it. I wrote down the things uh, that frightens me, or the things that I really want to do. Actually, the things that frighten me are the things that are pushing me to do something with my life. So I actually did this, and I list down all the options I should do or I could do. And now I actually started one of them or a few of them. I'm just waiting for something else. Yeah, you're just making excuses. You're waiting, really? No, actually, I need to wait for it. It's something. It's kind of big. So hopefully, if you're still listening, I will be doing that in the future, and hopefully things will work out, and you'll still be listening. I don't know. So the next excerpt. No more daydreaming, no more excuses. Here we go again. Excuses. So every time we daydream, it feels good. We think about the things that could have been. We think about the things that we wanted to do. The things that um the things that we want in life. It feels good to dream about those things. However, it feels really better to have those things. So you could really make a choice. You should look into yourself and think about if you really want this. Do you keep on daydreaming this stuff? Do you keep on daydreaming to be an engineer, to be a doctor, to be a masseuse, to have your own business, to be a professor, to be a teacher, to be a dentist, whatever you want, man. If you keep daydreaming about it, but you're not doing anything, are you just gonna let that slip? Mount Spaghetti. You got one moment, I forgot the lyrics. Found it. Sorry. If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or let it slip? Yo. So yeah, would you capture it or let it slip? That was Slim Shady talking to you. Are you just gonna keep on daydreaming, or are you actually gonna do it? I know a few stuff. We have different situations. We have different upbringings and all. However, man, you only have one life. You won't get another chance at this. You're not gonna have. You're not gonna say to yourself, "Oh, maybe in the next life, I'm gonna be a dentist. In the next life, I'm gonna have a mansion or shit. In the next life, I'm gonna drive a Ferrari." You know, if maybe not those materialistic things, but if you have a dream that you had you could you do you want you could do so you do you want him to do. If you have a dream, there's no next life. There's not You're not gonna have another opportunity. That's all I'm saying. And I have really encountered people like that. Especially here in my country, they always say, ah, sa next life na lang. Man, I mean, I know it's a joke. However, the more people say it, it's like they actually do it. I know you should lay back a little, relax from time to time. But if you're not doing anything about what you want, what are you doing here, man? I know that there are things more important, I guess, when you grow older. Your family, your children. However, don't you want them to achieve their dreams? Don't you want to be an example for them? Like, see kids, I can do this. I was born poor, without a dad. I still did this. So, you could too. You can do this. Whatever you want to do. See, I did it without a dad, so you don't need me. Anyway, yeah. So those are the things that I've thought about in reading this excerpt of the book, from the book. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed or learned something. I hope you guys learned something from this idiot. So yeah, that's it. Bye.